Everyone, I am back with another educational video that can help you in your plant-based journey. Today I will be discussing a documentary called Forks Over Knives. Now, what does that title even mean? According to the documentary, more than 1/2 million Americans go under the knife each year for heart surgery alone to repair conditions brought on by poor dietary habits. In Forks Over Knives, two world-renowned physicians and nutritionists, Dr. T. Colin Campbell and Caldwell Esselstyn, expound on their decades of experience, revealing that our daily meal choices, what we put on our forks, will directly determine whether we're more likely to live a long, healthy life or whether we end up under the knife. Forks Over Knives discusses the destruction being brought on by the standard American diet and the massive health crisis present in the U.S. At the time of the documentary filming, over $2.2 trillion was being spent on healthcare. Since then, that figure has risen to 3.8 trillion. Doctors Campbell and Esselstyn were both raised in farming families and were once strong proponents of the beef and dairy produced on those farms. Later, they changed their perspectives after studying the relationship between diet and disease. After becoming physicians, they both incorporated Whole Foods plant-based nutrition programs as recommendations for patients of their medical practices. This documentary chronicles the journey of some of those patients who were seeking solutions to a familiar host of illnesses, including heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, detailing the remarkable outcomes of those who stuck with the recommendations. The film also interviews a woman whose cancer was reversed by following the advice. Now, many times I've watched documentaries that highlight success stories, and sometimes I've found myself questioning whether the stories were true. But in this case, I know the stories were true because I could relate based on my own testimonial and based on my outcome from a whole food plant-based diet. I was able to reverse many of the same issues listed in the documentary. And I wish I had known about this film before my former food choices landed me in a position of having 4 major surgeries over a 3-year period. Doctors Campbell and Esselstyn use proven science to challenge the popular belief that animal protein is beneficial for human health. They discuss how it actually contributes to cancer growth. Forks Over Knives teaches us that in order to save our own lives and avoid drastic medical procedures, we must begin to recognize that food is medicine. When we come to that conclusion, we will no longer have to be dependent on pharmaceuticals that are unnatural and eventually produce additional medical conditions in our bodies. This film was such a treasure trove of knowledge that I was not able to absorb it all in one sitting. I needed to take a break, digest it, and go back and continue to feed myself with the wealth of knowledge that was being offered. The official trailer for Forks Over Knives is available for viewing free on YouTube, but it's $7.99 to view the full movie on YouTube. And the knowledge I gained from it was definitely worth making the purchase. If you choose to watch Forks Over Knives, it will be one of the best decisions you could ever make in your plant-based journey.